Hello guys, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Joy. I'm a fashion teacher and a fashion designer. Today's video is about making this beautiful dress on the sleeve. It's a cowl dress. And if you observe closely, you would notice that the cowl is on the dress. At the background, there is a dress and then the cowl is on it. Okay, so I have my tools, my measuring tape, my scissors. This is my paper scissors, my marker, pencil, my pattern ruler, and my patterns, my already drafted patterns. This is my basic sleeve. It's a basic sleeve, long sleeve. And this is my body, my dress block. This is the front dress block. And this is the back dress block. This is the back dress block. So these are the patterns that I'll be using for this tutorial. And then I have my fabric. This is my zip. I'll be using this zip. And this is ostrich feathers that I want to use to embellish the sleeve. I just want to do something different from what is actually in the picture. So this is going to be on the wrist area of my sleeve. Okay? It's going to come out very beautiful. And this is the fabric I'll be using. This is a scuba fabric. I'll be starting with the dress in the picture. Let's leave the cowl part aside for now. So my basic sleeve, I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm just going to cut it like this. This is one sleeve. Let's set it aside. Now for the dress itself. Now remember that the dart is actually the most flexible part of our pattern. The dart is very flexible, meaning that I can move it anywhere on this pattern, anywhere I like. Okay, so for this dress, I do not want to sew the center front dart, the waist dart. I don't want to sew it. I don't want the dart showing in the front. So I'm going to take this dart out of this pattern from the side. Because of my fabric, I don't want to see, my fabric is stretchy, so even without the dart, I'll still get the fitting that I want. But I'll sew my bust dart. Remember, the cowl is on the bust area, so even after sewing, this will not be showing. I don't want to see any stitch line at the front of my dress. So I'm going to take this one out right now. How do I do that? Whatever I have on my waist here, I'm having 2 inches. I'll take it from the side, exactly 2 inches. And my dart is 2 inches above the hip here. I'll do the same thing at this side, 2 inches above the hip. Okay, so I'll connect to my bust point. That was where my dart was connected to initially. I'll connect like this to my bust point. And then I'll also connect to my waist, to my hip rather, like this. Okay, so I'm cutting out this part. I'm cutting it out, but I'm going to sew my bust dart. Okay, and remember that your bust dart stops 1 inch before your dart, your front dart basically stops 1 inch before the bust point. So I'll just cut this out. Okay, so this is what my pattern looks like. This dart is no longer existing, but my bust dart is still there. Now you have the freedom of even transferring this bust dart to your shoulder or to anywhere on the pattern, but I'll just leave it where it is right now. So as it is, I'm through with my dress block. That's the only. Okay, let me work on the neck. It's a V-neck, very deep V, but I'm not going to make mine as deep as what is in the picture. I'll just go down by 8 inches. 8 inches is okay for me. So let me see if 8 is actually okay. Looking not deep enough. Okay, let's do 9 inches. That should be fine. I'll connect to my shoulder. I'll connect to my shoulder. Okay, so I'm cutting this off. my V-neck. This is my V-neck right now. Now I'm going to do a little tightening on the neckline. A little tightening of a 1/4 inch. A 1/4 inch should be fine because the neck is not that deep. So I'm taking out a 1/4 inch so there won't be any form of gaping on the neckline. So I'll just connect back to my bust point. You can watch my video on necklines if you really want to understand why I'm doing this. I give a detailed explanation there. So I'll just close this right now. I'll redraw I'll need to open up my bust that's for the excess to be transferred to the bust area. If not, it will not be maxed. Can you see? There's a little opening there. There's a little opening. This excess here has been transferred to this part. So I'll just redraw my neckline again because the line has shifted already. Okay, so I've redrawn my line and then I can cut it out. Now this is the choice of V neckline that I want. You can make yours a little bit slightly curved. I think that will be fine. Okay, let me just do that. Slightly curved. It's based on your choice anyway. Or you can just use a straight V neck. Okay. Okay. So I have my pattern alteration done for the front, and this is what it looks like. My dress block is a pencil. The M line is penciled. I've tapered it to the knee. This is where my knee line is. So from here I can extend to whatever length I want. From this point now, it's already tapered. It's tapered already. At this point, it's not a straight or free dress. So I can increase to whatever length I want. So let's take this aside and work on the back. So this is my back dress block right now. I'll do the same thing I did in the front. I'll just take out my dart. My dart is 2 inches. I'll mark 2 inches on the waistline. Then connect to whatever distance I stopped around the hip area. Then connect my bust point and to the hip area. Like this. And then cut it out. Cutting out this dart does not exist anymore. So let me cut it out. If you feel there is any sharp point, if you notice any sharp points, you can blend so that the shape does not look funny. This is not okay, this shape here. So I'll just do a little bit of blending. I'll just blend it. My fabric is stretchy, so I'm not scared to take out anything, knowing fully well that it will stretch to fit. It's very stretchy. So I'm good. I'll just cut out this part. Alright. Now for the back neckline is a basic neckline, so I'm just going to leave it like this, the way it is. My basic back neckline, and my zipper will be on this side. I think I like the basic back neckline since the front neck is already deep. Or if you decide to create any drama at the back, well, it's your choice. Okay, so I'm done with the back. Nothing serious. Keep this aside and work on the cowl. So this is my pattern. It's a basic bodice pattern I'll be using for the cowl. If you observe closely, you will notice that the cowl is deep. It's kind of below the bust point area. So I'm going to determine how deep I want my cowl to be. I'll just come down by, this is my bust line. This is my bust line. So I'll just come down by exactly 2 inches. 2 inches will be fine. 2 inches. Then I'll connect to my shoulder. It's a deep neck cowl. A deep neck cowl. A deep cowl neck. Everyone used to call it it's deep. Okay, so this is it. Let me cut this out. And then I'll be doing some slash and spread. Some slashing and spreading. Okay, so I'll also open up my darts because I'll transfer the darts. I'll transfer the dart excess to the front parts. I'm not going to discard them. I'm not going to discard my dart this time around. So I'll just close this one. That's my bust dart. I'll just close my bust dart. I'll close it. Close it like this. Now this is my, let me cut out the excess waist dart so that you can see how wide this opening is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is transfer this excess to my bust line here. I'm going to transfer this excess to my bust line by opening up this part. I'll open up this part, connect to my, yeah. I have it like this. The waist has kind of shifted, but do not worry. There's no cause for alarm. Okay, so I have this way. Now the next thing I'll do is to get a fresh pattern paper. Yeah. Depending on how much spread I want for my cowl, I'll slash and slash and slash. Okay? Okay, so, let me just draw lines. Let me draw lines as much as I want. I want it to have a lot of spread. So that's one. Okay. Let me get another one here. There is no formula for this, please. There's no formula. Depending on how much spread you want. Okay. So I have 3 slash lines. 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's go. Let me cut it out. I'm cutting 2, not through. I'm not going to cut through. I'll cut 2 because there is no gather or pleat at the top of the shoulder area. Okay, so I'm cutting 2. Okay. Yeah, this is what I have right now. The next thing I'll do is to draw a guideline. Now, because it's the cowl, it's self-facing, meaning that the facing for the cowl is usually cut with the cowl. So I'm not going to sew an extra facing or a cutout facing for this cowl. The facing is going to be in the pattern. So I'm going to arrange my pattern like this. Just watch what I'm doing. Okay, so this is my center front, even though here is already slanted. I'm going to make it align with the paper here, like this. My center front is aligned with the paper at this side. Okay, then I'll arrange my pattern in such a way that this shoulder tip here touches this line. This is my guideline. So my shoulder tip is going to touch the guideline. My shoulder tip is going to touch the guideline. Okay, so I guess I'll have to remove this. My shoulder tip will touch the guideline. So let's say I have this. Yeah, my shoulder tip is there. Then I'll do my spread. Okay. Just make sure that this tip here of your neck, not shoulder tip, this is the tip of your neck, touches the guideline, and this part aligns with the center front. So I guess I have it well arranged. Just need to push it a little. Okay. So that's it. I'll tape it down. If you feel that the spread is not enough, you can draw more slash lines, okay? So this is what I have right now. Now, I'll need to cut out, but before I do that, I'll fold over this line, this guideline. I'm going to fold over it. I'll fold it to the back, like this, before cutting. So that I can have a replica of a portion of the front on the upper side to serve as my facing. Okay, so let me just cut. I'll determine how much deep I want my facing to be. I think 5 inches should be fine. 5 inches should be fine. So I'll just mark 5 inches here. And then connect to just use my freehand to connect it. This is okay. Then I'll cut it out. So I'm done with all my pattern pieces right now. This is what a cowl looks like. This is a facing. This is a facing. And this is the front part. Okay? So when I'm sewing, it's going to go over like this. It's going to fold on this line. Like this. I see how beautiful it is. Then the cowl will drip down along the center front area all the way to this point. So this is my cowl. I'm just excited right now because I'm already feeling how beautiful this dress is going to turn out. Okay, let me show you all my pattern pieces. This is the cowl. This is the back. There is no dart. This is the front. It has just a bust dart. Okay, this is the front. It's just a bust dart. Okay, let me cut it out so that you can see the opening for the bust dart. Okay, so this is my front pattern, front dress block. Let me take this down. Okay, yeah. There's the front, the back, and the basic sleeve. I'm not doing any alteration on the basic sleeve. It's just the basic sleeve. So by the time I'm done, I'm going to place the cowl on the front pattern. I'm going to place the cowl on the front pattern like this. Oh, this is paper, so it cannot fold over. I'm going to place it on the front pattern like that. Anyway, you see that in the sewing tutorial. So let's cut now. I have my pattern placed on my fabric. All I'll do now is to add my seam allowance. On the neckline, I'll be adding 1/2 inch. On the shoulder, 1/2 inch. But on the sides, I'll be adding 1 inch. That's just enough seam allowance. Okay? Half inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. And I'll add 1 inch to the sides. 1, 1, 1. And then I'll increase the length of my dress to whatever length I want. I think I want it to be a midi. So I'm going to do 47 inches. That should be fine. 47 inches. That's the full length of the dress. 47. Whatever I have here, I think I'll just take it straight down from the hip. I don't want it to be tapered anymore. I just want it to be straight all the way from the hip down. So this fabric is very stretchy. So I don't want it too fitted. I'm going to cut now. So I'll just notch some very important points. I'll notch this that area. Let me just trace out the dots. first. Okay? Then I'll notch it. So that when I'm sewing, it will be very easy for me. Very, very easy to sew. Okay? Then I'll notch the waist. So that when I'm joining, it will match properly with the back waist. So that's all I'll be doing. Then I'll notch the end line just to create a kind of symmetry. What is on the left is equal to what is on the right. So this is for the front. So this is the back pattern. I've laid it on the fabric. I'll just add seam allowance. For the center back, I'll be adding half inch for the zipper, half inch on the neckline, half inch on the shoulder seam length, the shoulder seam, half inch on the armhole, and then 1 inch on the side back, the side seam area of the back, 1 inch all the way down. Then I'll increase the full length of the dress so that it can be the same as the front. I'll just increase the full length. The full length of the dress for the front is 46. So I'm going to repeat the same thing at the back. The back should also be 46. Then there's something that I usually do at the center back. I usually drop the center back by 1 inch or 1.5 because of the butt. You know, the butt has the tendency to lift up the center back. So I usually add 1 inch to the extension of the full length, so that even when the butt lifts up the center back will not be hanging. It will still be kind of balanced. There will still be a balance at the center back. So I'll just connect that point to this part here. So it's now a slanted line. Let me take it closer. The center back is a slanted line, as you can see. This is the center back. It's a slanted line. I'll just add all the seam allowances that I need. I'm adding half inch to this side. Half inch to the side, to the center back rather. Half inch to the center back and 1 inch to the sides. I'm done. I'll cut now. I'll cut the cowl. Remember, it's a cowl we are placing at the center front and it's going to be on true bias, the true bias grain. I'm cutting the cowl on the true bias grain. So I'll fold my fabric as a triangle. My fabric is going to be in a triangular form. Like this. This is okay. Now place my pattern on it. Okay, I'll do this. I need to get more. All right. Yeah, this is okay. So I'm cutting my cowl on fold. It's going to be on fold, so all that I need to do now is to pin it down, pin down, pin down, and then cut. I'll just put a half inch allowance all around, then 1 inch on the side. This to the side, half inch here. Okay, I'll do 1 inch here since I'm not going to be folding it into the gown. I won't be doing that. I'll finish up this part. So I'm adding 1 inch so I can use that 1 inch to finish it off the end line. Well, half inch will not be enough. So every other part is half inch, and this is half inch too. I don't think I need them. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the facing. Sorry. Now this is the facing part. So I don't need any seam allowance here, but I need seam allowance at the end line. So add 1 inch here. 1 inch. Okay. Then half inch on every other part. Then I'll cut 1 inch to the side, half inch on the armhole, half inch on the shoulder seam. Then I'm not adding any seam allowance at the facing area because this fabric is a solid fabric and it does not frill. It doesn't. So I don't need a seam allowance there. The highest I'll do is to weave it. So this is my shoulder seam. This is the beginning of my shoulder seam. I'll place a notch here. And that's all. That's all I'll be doing. So this is my cowl. This is what it looks like after cutting. I'll be cutting the sleeve now. So my fabric is almost finished. I think I'm using about 2.5 altogether for this. Yeah. Okay, so let me do this. Since it's stretching more on this side, I'm not sure at this point that I'll be able to get the full length of my sleeve because this is all that I have left of this fabric. So what I'm going to do now is whatever I get is good. Okay, just a little bit off. All right, so I guess I'll just have to cut it at this point. This is all I have right now. This is all I have right now. Okay, not bad. Like this is like how many inches off? Okay, 3.5 inches. I have my ostrich feathers attaching to the sleeve, so it will kind of increase the length a bit, not too much, just a bit. So I'll be cutting the sleeve now. This upper part is the same allowance here is half inch. All right, I'm done. I'm done for now. Just smoothing out this part. It's a bit rough. All right, so I'll just notch this part. Yeah. Now the next thing I'll cut is my facing. I'll be using facing to just a very short facing to turn the neckline. Okay. I think I have enough fabric here. I'm using my facing to form the front and the back neckline. Okay, I'm done with my pattern drafting and cutting. This is my sleeve. My basic sleeve is now a 3/4 sleeve. This is the cowl for the front part of the dress, as you can see on the screen. This is the back of the dress, and this is the front. It's facing. So I'll be showing you guys how to join each of the pattern pieces together in our next tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.